Are you kidding me, guys? So the Biden administration is scrambling to sell off border wall parts like they're at a yard sale, all to sabotage Trump's second term before it even starts. And while Trump and border czar Tom Homan promises to use the military to deport illegal migrants to the maximum legal limit, Biden's pretty much handing out pardons left and right, commutations like they're Halloween candy. Meanwhile, Trump's teaming up with RFK Jr. in order to question childhood vaccines. And you better believe the media is losing their mind over it. Oh, and let's not forget that Trump's incoming border czar is putting so-called sanctuary cities on notice. So what's happening in our country, guys? Like, who's right? Who's wrong? And why are we even here? So we're going to go ahead and break this down for you guys, but don't forget to hit the like button for the video, subscribe to the channel. This really does help me out. So I just want to thank you guys so much for that. But yeah, so did you guys hear Donald Trump got named Time Magazine's 2024 Person of the Year? That's right, guys. President-elect Donald Trump has been honored as Time Magazine's 2024 Person of the Year. I never thought I would actually say that. So anyway, this announcement, it literally was made earlier today on Thursday, and the feature story essentially includes a detailed interview where Trump discusses his views on key topics like immigration, abortion, the economy, and his incoming administration. Now, to mark the occasion, Donald Trump, he rang the bell at the New York Stock Exchange in New York City, Manhattan, joined by his wife, Melania Trump, and his daughters, Ivanka Trump and Tiffany Trump. Now, he also was accompanied by Vice President-elect J.D. Vance and several of his cabinet picks, including Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Pam Bondi, and Scott Bessent. Now, during this particular event, Trump called it a tremendous honor and expressed confidence in his team. Basically said, quote, "I brought some of my patriots along with us. They're going to be doing a beautiful job for you for the next 4 years," end quote. So this is actually not the first time that Donald Trump has received this recognition. He was also named Time's Person of the Year in 2016 after winning his first presidential election. So Trump's actually got some plans for January 6 pardons. In his interview with Time Magazine, Donald Trump said one of his first actions as president would be to pardon many of the people that were jailed for their involvement in the January 6, 2021 Capitol attack. Trump explained that he would be reviewing each case very quickly and suggested that most of those that were jailed should not even be behind bars, stating that they've suffered gravely. And so we already know Trump's stance on that, but Trump's stance on deportation and the military use, Trump had a few words about that. He discussed his promise to carry out mass deportations of undocumented migrants. He indicated that he would be willing to use the U.S. military to assist in these deportations, even though the U.S. military usually does not handle domestic law enforcement. And when he was asked what he would do if the military refused, well, Trump said, "I'll only do what the law allows, but I will go up the maximum level of what the law allows." So there's that. And Trump had some words regarding the rising grocery prices. He talked about the issue of grocery prices, which he blamed for Vice President Kamala Harris's defeat. Inflation, which spiked over 9% during the Biden-Harris administration, has since dropped to 2.7%. Although Trump vowed to lower prices, he acknowledged that essentially reducing prices is difficult. It's hard to bring things down once they're up. But I think they will, is what Trump said. Now, in an interview with Time Magazine, President-elect Trump, Donald Trump, says that he plans to discuss the idea of ending childhood vaccination programs with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Kennedy is a known anti-vaccine activist and he's been chosen by Trump to lead the Department of Health and Human Services. And so when Trump was asked if he would support Kennedy's decision to stop vaccination programs, though most vaccination policies are actually controlled by the states, Trump mentioned autism as a reason for his openness to the idea. Trump said, quote, We're going to have a big discussion. The autism rate is at a level that nobody ever believed possible. If you look at the things that are happening, there's something causing it," end quote. what do you guys think about this? Do you guys feel like vaccines are possibly causing autism and other types of undesirable symptoms? Y'all let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know if you have any personal experience with that. I do want to hear from you guys. So Trump also said his administration might end some vaccine programs if he thinks that they are dangerous or not helpful. But both Trump and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. have claimed that vaccines might cause autism, but scientific studies have repeatedly shown that vaccines do not cause autism. Of course, I do want to hear what you guys' opinions are on this. Experts believe that the rise in autism diagnoses is mostly due to better understanding and identification of the condition. So the original claim linking vaccines to autism came from a 1998 study published by a medical journal called The Lancet. But this study was later proven to be false and was officially retracted. Many scientists and doctors are very concerned about Trump's willingness to listen to Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on the issue. They're worried that it could seriously hurt public health. A similar situation happened in Samoa, where Robert F. Kennedy Jr. spread anti-vaccine information. And as a result, fewer people got vaccinated, leading to a measles outbreak that infected 57,000 people and killed 83, most of whom were young children. Now, this is what's being reported. I do understand that some of you guys disagree with this, but let me know what you guys think. Now that RF Kennedy Jr. could have a very powerful government role, his anti-vaccine ideas might actually be put into action. Scott Gottlieb, who was a Trump-appointed FDA commissioner and now works on the Pfizer board, he warned that if Kennedy eliminates vaccine mandates, it will lead to deaths. Gottlieb further explained that for every 1,000 cases of measles in children, there's usually one death. He also pointed out that the United States struggles with diagnosing and treating measles effectively. So, I mean, definitely some valid points on both sides. Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting situation. A lot of experts are worried about the potential impact on public health and the safety if vaccination rates were to decline. Now, let's not forget about what's going on in New York City, though. Mayor Eric Adams approached the deportation. It looks like he might be going half MAGA, maybe full MAGA. So New York City Mayor Eric Adams and Tom Homan are Tom Homan's a former acting director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, aka ICE. So they're working together toward the same goal: deporting illegal migrants who have committed crimes. Mayor Eric Adams emphasized that while New York City will continue to support law-abiding immigrants, it will not protect those who commit violent crimes repeatedly. He also said, we are not going to be a safe haven for those who commit repeated violent crimes. Eric Adams acknowledged that mistakes were made in the past when efforts to remove dangerous individuals were blocked, leading to concerns about public safety. So it definitely looks like Eric Adams of New York City is getting a little bit more, maybe even a lot of bit more in alignment with Trump and his new incoming staff, but it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. But this is very different from Chicago's mayor. So in stark contrast, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, he's taken a much different approach. So Brandon Johnson has opposed Donald Trump's plans to deport illegal migrants who commit crimes. Tom Homan warned that if Mayor Johnson tries to block these deportations, there will be consequences. Tom Homan stated that if Johnson knowingly harbors or even protects illegal migrants, he could be prosecuted for breaking the law. So Tom Homan criticized Chicago's leadership, saying, "Chicago is in trouble because your mayor sucks and your government sucks," end quote. He made it very clear that if Mayor Johnson doesn't want to cooperate, he should step aside rather than obstruct the process. Yeah, definitely a tough stance there compared to Mayor Eric Adams of New York. But during a discussion, basically, there was a lot of praise for Mayor Adams, to say the least, right? So it was noted that Adams, who used to be a police officer, is focused on protecting the people of New York City. He also pointed out that Eric Adams, isn't interested in whether somebody is a citizen or not. if somebody breaks the law, they should face consequences. There was also, the talk about sanctuary cities should still be a safe place where everybody follows the rules. But yeah, and Adams is taking a risk by not fully aligning with progressive liberals here. But of course, his actions are earning him some support from regular New Yorkers who do care about safety. He questioned, whether people in Chicago would continue to support a mayor who refuses to keep their city safe. Would y'all stay in Chicago? Do we have anybody here from Chicago who are dealing with this situation? Like, do you plan on staying in a city that where the mayor doesn't care about your safety or isn't trying to make it safer? Yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. But yeah, I'm really interested to see what kind of results we're going to get from this. But Tom Homan working alongside Donald Trump's administration, there could be some legal action against those who protect illegal migrants committing crimes. When you knowingly harbor illegal migrants, that's a crime. And so, those who do, they could also be prosecuted. So basically, Eric Adams is focusing on removing criminal migrants to keep New York City safe. Meanwhile, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, he's resisting similar efforts, which could lead to legal consequences if he obstructs these deportations. So let's just say it's going to get interesting. So the Biden administration is now reportedly taking action to do what? Well, they're taking action to remove unused border wall materials and then sell them off before President-elect Trump begins his second term. Now, some lawmakers are saying that this is clearly an effort to prevent Trump from fulfilling his goal of securing the U.S.-Mexico border. Like, why not just burn this whole place down on the way out the door, Joe Biden? Why don't you, right? So recent footage taken by a U.S. Customs and Border agent shows several trucks carrying away pieces of the steel wall near Tucson, Arizona, an area where a lot of illegal border crossings happen. So the agent, who spoke anonymously, estimated that about half a mile of wall parts are being taken away every day. So these parts are being removed from 3 locations, Nogales, Tucson, Arizona, and 3 Points, Arizona. Now, the goal, according to the agent, is to clear out everything before Christmas. My whole thing is if Trump is planning to finish the wall construction, why are you taking away the materials and the parts? It just doesn't make any sense beforehand. You know what I mean? That's like wasting taxpayer money, because guess what? If Trump's going to finish this wall, he's going to have new parts and materials purchased and hauled back over to the site. Unbelievable. It doesn't make any sense to me, guys. So the materials are being transported by Pinal Air Park in Marana, Arizona, and sold through GovPlanet, an online auction site that specializes in selling surplus military equipment. Knowing the efficiency of our government, I wouldn't be surprised if they sold off the materials for pennies on the dollar, ultimately losing any type of return on our investment. But anyway, that's another story. So the auctions for these steel wall sections, listed as steel bollard wall sections with grout, have started bids, get this, guys, as low as $5. Unfreaking believable. Now, some auctions have already taken place, and another one is scheduled for December 18th. Now, these materials have been unused since 2021, when President Joe Biden decided to stop the construction of the border wall and reversed Trump's immigration policies. Yeah. So this decision coincided with a large increase in illegal immigration and the number of unaccompanied minors crossing the border. Republicans claim that around $300 million worth of taxpayer-funded wall parts have been left to rust because of Biden's policy changes. Nice job, B. So now some lawmakers believe that by selling off these materials, the Biden administration is intentionally making it harder for Trump to restart the border wall construction. For example, Representative Eli Crane from Arizona said that if the Biden administration is deliberately removing these parts to block Trump's plans, it wouldn't be surprising, as they have previously opposed Trump's policy. So basically, the Biden administration's decision to auction off unused border wall parts. It has led to accusations that they're trying to undermine Trump's future plans to secure the southern border. So yeah, it's getting real hairy. It's getting real messy out here, guys. That's all I can say. But anyway, guys, drop me some comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Do you really think that Joe Biden is trying to intentionally sabotage Trump's border wall construction plan when he re-enters for his second term after Inauguration Day on January 20th, 2025? Let me know in the comments down below. I want to hear from you guys. Also, if you haven't already, please take a second, hit the like button for the video. Totally appreciate you guys. At this time, you should see a video coming up here, maybe our playlist down below. Click on those, check out those next, and I'll see you guys on the next one.